Sing it.
No matter where you are, no matter how far.
Good morning, Cubs.
Hi!
We're so glad you're here today. Today is Tuesday. Pause. Tuesday. It is February 6th, 2024. I hope your day's off to a great start. Good morning, Mrs. Skelton.
Good morning, Mr. Hartman. Good morning, Cubs. We are so happy to see you. It was so lovely welcoming you guys in this morning.
It sure was.
Yeah.
We're going to dive right into some birthday celebrations
We
today.
have so many birthdays today. It's so exciting. Ismail in Miss Wadvogel's room, happy birthday. Emma in Mrs. Muller's room, happy birthday. And Anas in Mrs. Blackburn's room, happy birthday, friends. We hope you have a lovely day celebrating with your friends here at school.
Happy birthday to you. And the staff birthday we're going to celebrate today was way back on November 5th. Thank you, ma'am. We want to celebrate one of our amazing kindergarten teachers. Mrs. Cunningham had a birthday on November 5th. So we hope your birthday was great. We hope today is kind of a day to honor you, remembering your birthday and celebrating that yet again today. Please stop by the office when you have a chance to celebrate with us, Mrs. Cunningham.
Happy belated birthday, Mrs. Cunningham.
Now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
We finally have tracked down all of our January Cub leaders, so we are so excited to celebrate these awesome Cubs this month. You want to alternate grade levels?
Let's do it.
All right, I'll take kindergarten from Mrs. Benjamin's class, Jamira Johnson. Congratulations. Mrs. Fiore's room, Ashley Augustin Mendoza. From Miss Francise's room, Beckham Chamberlain. From Mrs. Lerman's room, Isaac Hartley. From Mrs. Montgomery's room, Magnolia Hilton. From Mrs. Churko's class, Kathleen Mishaw. From Mrs. Chuckvari's room, Cami Hayes. From Mrs. Stone's room, Alice Himmelwright. From Mrs. Cunningham's class, Destiny Dix. And from Miss Nab's class, Bella Peck. Congratulations, kindergartners.
Let's recognize some first grade Cub leaders for the month. From Mrs. Ridinger's room, Sanaya K. From Mrs. Todd's classroom, Chandler S. Mrs. Blackburn's friend, Miles D. From Mrs. Musser's room, Scarlett A. From Mrs. Winkle's room, Olivia B. Mrs. Patterson wants to recognize Unisha P. Mr. Harold nominated Olivia B. Mrs. Sprague has selected Hadley F. Mrs. Morris, Autumn A. Mrs. Fisher, Avery L. And finally, Mrs. Stein, Caleb K. Congratulations,
Yay.
first graders.
All right, second graders, I hope you're ready. Emma in Miss Allen's room, congratulations. Mrs. Cavender, Megan. From Mrs. Wadvogel's room, Jude Martin. From Miss Buffler's class, Colin. From Miss Wodes's class, Carrington. From Mrs. Muller's class, Elliot. From Miss Eggert's class, Ryder Brown. From Mrs. Kellerman's class, Andrew Tracy. From Miss Wilson's class, Zara Augustin Mendoza. Oh, we have some siblings. Oh, I love that. That's so exciting. And Miss Fetzer's class, Emily. Oh, how fun. We had several sets of siblings.
That
Those
is
are some
exciting.
awesome parents. If you've got 2 Cubs in 1 month, kudos to you, parents. You're doing a great job.
Shout out to those parents.
And Cubs.
Let's look at some special area nominations. Mrs. Haynes said Kaylee Powell from Mrs. Patterson's class. Mrs. Seal said Jack B. from Miss Fetzer's class. Mr. Bodden has nominated Larkin C. from Mrs. Morris's class. Right?
Yep.
Mrs. DeBrunner said Sally Mature. And Mr. Kellerman said Rhea M. from Mrs. Sprague's class. Oh, one more. Miss Ciambecco said Zachary B. from Miss Fiore's class. Yeah, do you want to take the
Sure.
reading specialist?
So we have reading specialists and our lovely ESL team and all of our other intervention teachers that have also picked Cub leaders this month. From Miss Mino, we have Richard Vonner and Miss Todd's room. Congratulations. From Mrs. Kennedy, Heidi Mendoza. From, I'm not sure whose class that is. Nope. Let's see. Here we go. Mrs. Adams Craft and Miss Reed. Avery Abel from Miss Todd's room. Miss Todd has lots of Cub leaders this week. Miss Dyer, Addison Cleaver, and Miss Buffler's room. Mrs. Robinson, Sarah from Miss Allen's class, and from Mrs. Harms, Melanie Garcia Cruz from Mrs. Nab's class.
We are live.
Congratulations. We are. We had a rowdy audience member.
Yes, congratulations, Cub leaders. We are so proud of you for being our Cub leaders for the month of January, and we're looking forward to celebrating with you soon.
Yes, teachers will get that date and invite out hopefully by the end of the week. It'll be exciting.
We had the Woot Woot Wagon last month,
Woot
which
woot.
was awesome.
Yeah.
Today, with Cub leaders and now this, we're talking about some of my favorite things on announcements,
That's
by the way.
exciting.
Yeah. So some students have asked, when are we going to do the different experiences that I bought from the wagon? We are so excited that you bought
Yes.
those experiences. It's going to be awesome. So things like announcement helpers and juice and donuts with the principals, we're going to schedule those things really soon. So
Yep.
the juice and donuts, that'll be all together. You'll get a date for that, and we'll talk to your teachers about that. We'll pull everybody together for that one. The announcements will be a little bit different because we're only going to have 1 or 2 students at a time helping us on the announcements.
Yep.
So we'll pace that one out a little bit more. That'll be spread out a little bit more, but we'll start those soon, and we're so excited to have you for those experiences.
And shout out to Miss Haney because she was so lovely and made us a beautiful spreadsheet with all of that information with the students and teachers. That way we make sure we don't miss anybody when we're scheduling.
Absolutely.
All right.
It's weather time.
All right.
Mrs. Russell is our awesome weather forecaster. She's actually not feeling well today, so you won't see her at Creekside today. We wish her well and hope she is feeling better and
Absolutely.
back soon. Today is Tuesday. I love seeing the sunshine that we're supposed to get today.
Yes.
Looks like a high around 48, so almost to 50.
Yes.
Maybe we can push it up to 50. We'll
Sunny
see.
though.
Sunny is wonderful. And then
was so lovely yesterday.
it was. As the week goes on, we're going to see some warmer weather too. Not summertime kind of warm, but 50s, 55, 58, mid to upper
That is
50s.
a
I like
gift
it.
in Ohio in February, so I will take it.
I thought you were going to point out tomorrow's projected
The
high.
55. I know
55.
it's my perfect
The
temperature.
double nickel, perfect temperature
I
for
love
Mrs.
it.
Skelton.
Oh, look at you throwing money in. Did you see all the money conversations going on in classes yesterday?
There have been a lot.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
exciting.
There sure have.
So-
Okay, we have our cafeteria noise challenge.
So we need to change it because
Right,
we are
different
going
name.
to lining up. So friends, take a look. Kindergarten are not only noise experts, they are line experts. Wow. Way to go, kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade. I am really hoping to see a Cub Paul somewhere else on that chart tomorrow. Kindergarten, congratulations. I love that you are rocking lining up.
They can line up and they can do it quietly.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, great
We
job.
have our book fair coming our way. It's at the end of this month. Mrs. Skelton did a great job yesterday talking about how there will be not only book fair during the day that week, but we will
Yeah.
also have book fair in our hub one of the evenings in case you have a grown-up who would like to come and shop with you at the book fair. That's something that we open up as an option for everybody who would like to.
I love book fairs, so I'm so excited.
I think that's all we have for announcements. Anything you're thinking of that we forgot?
Nope.
Well, let's
I think
close
we're
out
good.
with our motto.
All right, here at Creekside, we take care of others, we take care of ourselves, and we take care of this place.
Creekside Cubs Care. Have a great day,
Bye,
Cubs.
guys.
Please stand for the pledge.
Yay!